This is the Solid Signal podcast for the week of July 27th, 2015. Really, there was only one choice for this week's podcast, and it is that the AT&T and DirecTV deal did finally close. It got FCC approval, and the Justice Department said that they will launch no investigation, clearing the last two hurdles on the way to the consolidation of these two large and great companies. It just so happens I happened to be at the DirecTV Revolution Dealer Expo last week, where there was a lot of anticipation. The deal had not finally closed by the time the show officially ended on Wednesday night, and so there really wasn't still a whole lot that could be talked about. Most of the things that we dealers wanted to know were still confidential. And as a matter of fact, I think that a lot of the information that we want is still not out there. We did have a number of excellent presentations, and we did get to meet John Stankey, who is rumored to be the next person who will be in charge of DirecTV, and I believe it will continue to be called DirecTV for quite some time, by the way. And while we did not hear of the resignation of Mike White and other members of the board, it's rumored that that is coming, and it wouldn't be terribly surprising given that at the last DirecTV conference call, pretty much everybody who was on the call seemed to make their farewell comments at that time. DirecTV and AT&T are now one entity, and it's really a positive thing for everybody. We don't know 100% of what it means. I doubt that there is anybody who understands 100% of what it means, but one thing was made extremely clear to us by speaker after speaker after speaker. Well, I should say two things. The one most important thing that was made extremely clear to us over and over again is how much the AT&T organization values the DirecTV organization and did not simply buy something to break it up. So if you're a fan of DirecTV now, you should feel comfortable that you still are on the right path and that you have got yourself into the right company at the right time. There's no reason to feel like you made a bad decision there. The second thing, which perhaps is just as important to mention, and this was mentioned several times, is that AT&T and DirecTV are both very large organizations, and even though they've had 14 months to plan for this eventuality, things move very slowly when you're talking about tens of millions of people being served. These are two very large organizations with very large infrastructures that will have to be combined and optimized and synergized, and I know for a fact it's going to take a long time for that to happen in a way that makes sense. The last thing that AT&T wants is to lose a single customer because of this transition. They bought a healthy company, a happy company, and a profitable company, a company that has the highest customer satisfaction numbers in the industry, and that's what they want to keep. And you know what? I absolutely believe that. I'm 100% behind it. And although there are going to be a number of changes, there's no question about that, it's exciting to think about what the future could bring for a combined AT&T and DirecTV. I'll tell you that at solidsignal.com, the folks who keep this podcast going, the folks who keep the lights on, we are all extremely excited about what AT&T brings to the table and about the opportunity to bring you additional products and services and to not have to worry at all about any of the products and services that we currently offer being cut off. We feel really good about it. Everybody in the office is very positive, and the mood among most of the dealer base, I'd say, was extremely positive. Naturally, there are going to be those people who fear any sort of change and who like things just the way they are. These are the people who are still using 18-inch round dishes at home and still running standard definition receivers, or maybe, they still are using flip phones. And the fact of the matter is that life moves on. There's a lot of good stuff that you sometimes have to leave behind when you move on in technology, but on the other hand, what comes up in the future is almost inevitably better. I look forward to serving all of you for a long time, and in the meantime, have a great week. I'll see you next time on the Solid Signal Podcast.